June 1941. Europe was already burning, cities reduced to rubble, borders erased, millions already dead. And then one decision changed everything. Not a battle, not a weapon, a single call, a choice that would spiral out of control. That decision was called Operation Barbarossa. The moment Adolf Hitler ordered Nazi Germany to invade the Soviet Union, it was deliberate, it wasn't rushed, it was arrogance disguised as genius. Hitler saw the Soviet Union not as an enemy but as destiny. To him, this wasn't just a war, it was inevitability. He believed Germany needed land, break 0.4 resources. Control. The East looked wide open. On paper, it seemed weak. Purges had killed experienced officers. Equipment was outdated. Command was chaotic. For Hitler, it was a no-brainer, a smash and grab, quick victory. He told his generals, victory in weeks. He assumed the Soviet army would fold. He assumed the people would give up. Winter. No big deal. Biggest mistake of his life. Here's the reality. Germany was already fighting the United Kingdom. Opening a second front was a textbook disaster. Every seasoned general knew it. Napoleon had failed trying the same thing. History was screaming warnings. Hitler ignored it all. This war was no longer about strategy. It was about ego. Ideology had taken control. Logic was dead. Warnings ignored, doubts silenced. And once the invasion began, there was no turning back. June 22, 1941. Over 3 million German troops crossed the border, the largest land invasion in history. At first, it looked like a masterstroke. German forces advanced fast. Entire Soviet units surrounded. Hundreds of thousands captured, maps filled with arrows pointing east. Germany seemed unstoppable. But war doesn't care about first impressions. As troops pushed deeper, the problems stacked up. The Soviet Union is massive, distances insane, roads barely existed. Supply trucks broke down, fuel ran out, ammunition vanished. Food spoiled, men marched hungry. The Soviets didn't fold, they retreated. They burned their own crops, destroyed bridges, left nothing behind. This wasn't surrender, it was strategy. Then came winter. And it was merciless. Temperatures dropped below zero. Engines froze, weapons jammed, soldiers lacked gloves, boots split open. Some froze where they stood. Civilians suffered more, entire villages erased, families fled with nothing. Food vanished, disease spread. Children starved. The war didn't just kill soldiers, it crushed humanity. Nowhere more brutal than the siege of Leningrad. The city surrounded, cut off from food, cut off from fuel, cut off from hope. The plan wasn't to capture. It was to starve. 900 days, people ate wallpaper, they ate pets. Parents watched children die slowly. Over 1 million civilians gone, not from bullets, from hunger. Then came Stalingrad, a city of rubble, a symbol of hell. Fighting moved house to house, room to room, floor to floor. Snipers waited days for a single shot. Orders were simple, no retreat, no surrender. Winter trapped German forces, supplies stopped coming, morale collapsed. When the Soviet counterattack hit, German troops were trapped. Stalingrad shattered the German army. Hundreds of thousands dead, captured. Frozen, gone. By the end, over 27 million Soviet lives lost. Families erased, communities gone, generations never born. All because of one decision. Operation Barbarossa failed. The Eastern Front became the deadliest battlefield in human history, not because it had to, because someone refused to admit they were wrong. Wars aren't always won by firepower. They're won or lost by choices, by arrogance, by leaders who believe they're unstoppable. This decision reshaped the world, redrew borders, shifted global power, and left scars that still exist today. Millions paid the price, not because they chose to, but because someone else made a call and never backed down. This was the war decision. History can never undo. The Truth Uncovered.